Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I'm so glad that you're here. I spent all morning today working, and I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself because a couple days ago, I was really doubting myself. There's many days that I doubt myself, or at least I hear the voice of doubt. But in reality, it often feels like I may be the only one that truly believes in myself, that truly believes in me. And at the very least, it has to be like that. Because if I don't believe in myself and if I don't believe in my dreams, no one else will. No one else needs to. At this point, there is nobody that is depending on the success of my dreams. No one but me. So there's that voice of doubt that I hear coming from every direction. And I get it. It's hard for people to believe in something that they've never seen done before, especially when it's a vision that they don't have. So I don't blame anyone if they find it difficult to believe in someone else's dreams. Part of being a leader is being able to communicate that vision with your team and the people around you. Not everybody's going to get it, not 100%. But as a leader, you have to get them as close as possible. And that really does start with you. It starts with yourself. If you don't believe and if you don't understand, how in the world are you going to get someone else on board? Some days are definitely harder than others. Some days it's a challenge to get up out of bed and get to work. Some days it's easy. I feel like a fire hose of ideas and I could hardly control it. I could hardly keep them in. And that's usually where I write down little notes and ideas on hundreds of sticky notes and notebook pages. Today I made that decision to wake up early and get to work. My life happens by design, not by default. God is leading me down a path, and yet, if I want my life to look a certain way, it's not going to just happen. It's going to happen because I create it. So I'm waking up every day and I'm creating that life. When I have those tough days, I just make sure I don't give up. I make sure I see myself, appreciate myself, and accept myself. There's a lot of pain and anger and disbelief out in the world. I don't need to be another voice of that. There's plenty to go around. It's a little bit more rare to see a person really believing in themselves and the people around them. Belief isn't when everything is going right. True belief shows when everything feels like it's going wrong and you keep going, you keep trying. I got to work today and I had a bunch of ideas. I started implementing them and started to find all the reasons why that idea won't work. And the best part about it is that every single time I try something new and it doesn't work, I just find one more way that something doesn't work. But all I need is one way for it to work. So every no I get, every time something breaks, or every idea that needs to get adjusted is just one step closer towards that ultimate yes. This reminds me of to see more smiles, give more smiles. In this case, it's to see more yeses, give more yeses. If I want to be told yes more often, if I want life to give me more yeses, I need to give more yeses to life. When I'm being guided down some path that may seem scary or challenging, I need to say yes. When an opportunity comes my way and I don't know if I'm fit for this opportunity, I may want it, but it scares me, I need to say yes. And when someone walks into my life and I'm unsure if I'm meant to be in their life or they're meant to be in mine, maybe all it takes is saying yes. When I really think about it, there's so many no's out there. People are constantly saying no. And sadly enough, a lot of people are saying no to themselves when they have a desire, when they have a dream. Nothing makes me more sad than seeing someone give up on something that they truly want, that they truly want to create, that they truly want to give. I guess it's sad because I could put myself in their shoes. Truly, at any point, I can give up. I have free will, and I can make that choice any day. I could go back to exactly where I was a month ago, a year ago, 3 years ago. I could return to old jobs. I could return to college, finish the degree that I never finished. There's so little stopping me from doing that. It truly is the path of least resistance. But I also see that as the path of least reward. I want to follow the path of, maybe I'll call it greatest potential. I want to follow this path where I obviously don't know what's at the end of the path, and I don't know what outcomes or rewards will happen along the way, but it's a path that I can imagine the greatest rewards. It has the potential to be more than anything else I can imagine. I want to go that way because that way is also more challenging. It's more tough. And another reason that I want to follow the more challenging path is because it's more likely that more people will give up on that path. As sad as it is to see someone give up, I also know that every time someone does, there are rewards at the end of whatever path that they didn't take that are open to other people now. I think so many people become successful, whether in a business or in a relationship or in their health, is because they did not just one thing. They did many things that other people weren't willing to do. They pushed themselves further than anyone else they know. They stood out from the crowd. And because of that, they achieved excellent rewards. All the best rewards in life are obviously at the top. But who's really willing to go above and beyond to get there? Who's willing to spend 7 years getting nothing before they get everything? I know plenty of people that would put in 7 hours, 7 days into a project like that. They might even put in 7 weeks. I also know many people that would put in as much as 7 months. I'm in a lot of circles nowadays of business owners, as well as people who believe in their dreams and follow them. That being said, I truly don't know how many of them would make the leap from 7 months to 7 years. In truth, I could say the same thing about myself, because it hasn't been 7 years for me yet. I'm nearing my 2-year mark now, so I know that I'm one of the 7-month people. And honestly, I'm making the commitment now and every single day to keep going until I figure it out. Because like I said before, all I'm doing is finding ways not to get to my outcome. And all I need is one way to actually get there. If I test out one thing every single day, at the end of a year, I've tried out 365 different things. At the end of 3 years, that's over 1,000 different ways. And the more I try, statistically speaking, the more likely success will come. I'm recording this about midday, so after this, I still have a long day of activities that I get to be a part of. I plan to go right to the gym after recording so that I could give my mind a little bit of a break and really take care of my body. As much as I would love to just invest more and more time into my projects, I also know that there's value in me moving around. It helps me generate more ideas or get clear on the ideas that I've already had. This is all going to make sense one day. This path is truly a lonely one. Many people talk about it, talk about following this path towards success, towards a dream. And I often hear it from the people who are on the other side, and they share about how it is a lonely path, but a path that's worth it. At the start, you're surrounded by people who question you, and they doubt you. And eventually, those people turn into people who'll trip themselves at the opportunity to shake your hand. They want to be around you. They want to congratulate you and applaud you. And they want to do that because you've done something that they're unwilling to do. Regardless of how much work you put in, from the outside, it's easy to look at someone based on their material success, or better yet, their tangible success. But if someone that you see doesn't have the success that they want, or the success that you deem as a success, you could only guess where they're at, but also you don't know how far they've come or how far they're still willing to go. You don't know if they've been doing this for 10 minutes or 10 years. Next thing you know, they'll be successful and you'll compare yourself to their success. That's what many people do. So that's why it's a lonely road, at least at first, at least for a while. And not many people are willing to stay lonely for that long. I've recently had so many people in my life talk about getting married or having kids, buying houses. I'm in that age group where some portion of us are either getting married, having kids, buying houses, or it's the complete opposite and they're still single, living at home with their parents, just trying to find their way through the world. I'm part of the latter camp. And I look at the people in that first group and I wonder what it could be like to be over there. Now here's the thing. I know for a fact that they don't have it figured out. I don't have their problems and they don't have mine. We live 2 very different lives and we have 2 very different lifestyles and rewards. When I look over at them, I only think about the rewards that I want. But I know that I'm not willing to deal with the challenges and the problems that they have. I've dealt with them before, and I'm not really here for it. Life isn't without challenge. Life isn't without problems. But we do get to choose which challenges and problems we have. Each challenge we overcome makes us grow into a certain type of person. So if you want to become a certain type of person, you need to pick the right challenges to get you there. That's why I chose the challenges that require as much discipline and willpower as possible. Because I want to have as much discipline and willpower in my life. Getting rewards in life is great and all, but most tangible rewards can be taken away. What can't be taken away is who you become. So I keep getting rewarded every single day in building up me as a person. Because when life gets hard, it's about to get better. I'm about to get better. So who do you want to become? What challenges do you want to have in your life? There is no wrong path, but there is a right one for you, and only you know that answer. No book has the answer. No AI or Google search will give you the answer. No family member or friend will give you the answer. It only comes from within. So who do you want to be? From within, what do you hear? When you figure out that answer and you know that it's true to who you are, hold on to it. Hold on to it and never let go. You may loosen your grip and sometimes you may tighten it. You may spend more or less time on your goals, but never give up on them truly. And so long as every day you're taking one step closer forward, you will eventually realize those dreams. And I want that for you more than anything, really. I want you to be proud of who you're becoming as much as I'm proud of who I'm becoming. It's a really good feeling. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, one with joy, love, and radiance. Remember to always fill up with the love, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.